Hi everyone, I'm Brianna and welcome to Roll Initiative. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things that will make you a better DM. So, let's get started. The first thing, and what I believe might be the most important thing for any dungeon master, is to communicate with your players. Even if you're a master storyteller, your game isn't going to be fun for everyone if you don't talk to them about what they enjoy and you don't run a game that anyone at your table is going to be interested in. It doesn't matter how good of a DM you are if you're not running a game that your players are going to like. You need to be able to talk to your players, find out what everyone likes, and build a story around what everyone is interested in. Part of being a master storyteller and a master DM is being able to know what subjects are going to be fun and what your party is going to enjoy. Another point with communication, and this one will really help with the first one as well, and that is to ask your players for feedback. Ask them what they enjoyed and what they didn't enjoy. That way, you'll get a feel for what your players enjoy and what works for your table much, much quicker. In fact, there's this really cool idea that's called Stars and Wishes that I first heard from Ginny D, though I don't know where it came from before that, where you go around the table at the end of each session and each of your players state something that they really enjoyed, a star, and something that they'd really like to see or see more of, which is a wish. And I think it's a really awesome system for both getting the DM feedback on what they can do to improve the game, while letting your players know that it's okay to talk to you if they want to see something that's not in the game. Investing in the world that you're creating is really important. If you're invested in your world and really enjoy running games, then your players will feel that and they'll have a lot more fun at the table. They'll be able to feel when you're having a good time and will pick up on that, and then they will have a much better time. Get excited about parts of the games. It'll show your players that it's okay to be open and happy at the table and to get excited over it. And your players will start to show a lot more emotion for the game, and you'll feel a lot more connected at the table. It makes the game space feel a lot more connected and alive if you put a lot of investment into your games. If you're really happy and excited to be running these games, then your players will probably be happy to play them because they get a really good feeling from you as the DM when they play the game. Whether you're new to DMing and worried about making mistakes, or you're just trying out something new like doing voices, then it's normal to worry about making mistakes, but everyone makes mistakes, even the best DMs. And if you don't try, then you're never going to get good at it. And a large part of the problem is generally just worried about being judged by your players. But the truth is, if you're playing with veteran players, then they're likely to correct you and give you advice, and that's good. And if you're playing with new players, then they're very unlikely to notice your mistakes. They're going to be too busy trying to figure out the game and learning to play that they're not going to notice if you make some mistakes. I think a problem that quite a lot of DMs have is how much of the story that they take control over. And I think a really good way to look at this is almost like trying to connect the dots. Each dot is an idea that you as the DM have come up with for the story, a piece of the puzzle, but it's up to your players to connect all of the dots. And you can even have an idea of how those dots can be connected and guide your players towards it. But you have to be sure that you're listening to your players' ideas and their plans and letting them connect the dots in the way that they want to. It's your world to come up with, but it's the player's story to make. But that's the end of this video. I really hope it was helpful, and if it was, then I'd be really grateful if you'd consider giving the video a like, or maybe even subscribing to my channel. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.